This is a CSRP. Parties have reached a partial agreement. The contested issue comes down to possession and access. I'll read the agreements and then take testimony. Parties are in agreement that they be named joint managing conservators, that the father be ordered to carry health insurance, that the mother be ordered to carry dental insurance, and no retro child support, medical support, or dental support. And for the father to reimburse the mother the cost of the dental insurance premiums at $26 a month. That is the extent of the agreements. I'll call the mother. Ma'am, can you state your name for the record?
Valerie Ramirez.
And ma'am, what's the name and age of the child or children in this case?
Araceli Lopez, and she's 3.
Okay. And who does Araceli live with right now?
So right now it's back and forth. So she stays with me 3.5 and him 3.5 days.
Okay.
Yes.
Uh, and how long have you guys been doing that schedule?
I want to say since December of 2024.
Okay. And is it your wish for that to continue, or do you want something different?
I would like to do something different. I offered Alex 1 week on, 1 week off, but he declined. And since school is coming around the corner, I would like to have her weekdays just for her best interest to be a consistent routine as far as bedtime and all that goes, and offer him weekends and summer and holiday breaks.
Okay. And let's talk about, kind of where you guys are located. Um, so maybe that'll give us a better picture of, what is in the best interest of the child. So, do you and the father live close to each other?
So right now I stay in Irving, but I plan on moving closer to Frisco area around August. So it'll be further from him around school time.
Okay. Okay. So you'll be in Frisco in August. And so how many miles do you approximate that is from the father?
Um, I'm not sure on mileage, but I know it's probably about like an hour drive from his location.
To your knowledge, what city does the father live in?
Dallas.
Dallas is
Um,
huge. Where
Pleasant
in
Grove.
Dallas? Like
Pleasant Grove.
Pleasant Grove.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're talking about a distance between Pleasant Grove and Frisco around the August time. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said your child is starting school in the fall?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you're asking the court for the standard possession order.
Yes.
And she's going to be enrolled in Frisco?
Yes, ma'am, if I'm granted mm, primary possession.
Okay. All right. Let me pass this witness um for now. I call the father. Sir, can you state your name for the record?
Alex Lopez.
Sir, what city do you live in?
I live here in Dallas in the Pleasant Grove area.
Okay, and are you planning to stay there?
Yeah, for the foreseeable future, yes.
Okay. And then how far is your commute right now to go visit the child or pick her up?
Usually we have an intermediary point, and I want to say it's about 35 minutes.
Okay. And what schedule would you like moving forward?
I mean, if we could keep it the way that it is, that would be fine. If she wants to do the week on, week off, I guess I can try to switch up my schedule at work. That's always a possibility. The only thing that I'm really not in agreement with is having to pay her whenever. I mean, I'm trying to do my part on my end.
So is the reason, is the reason you're concerned about child support or visitation because you would maybe be required to pay child support?
Not only that, I mean, I would love to have full custody of my kid, but I know it's just something that I probably won't get. She is starting school here in the fall. Um, I've already asked about enrollment. Um, and I mean, it'd be pretty easy. I mean, the school's a block and a half. You know, it's walking distance, and there's always somebody here at my mom's house. So I mean, being able to pick her up and drop her off wouldn't be an issue. Um, but I mean, whenever she started asking for money for other things, I mean, that's kind of where I contested it, and I was like, no.
Okay, so you're wanting to be the person to designate the primary address, is that correct?
I would like to since she stays with me most of the time, yes.
Okay, so I thought, so is your testimony that you spend more than 3.5 days with the child?
Yeah, total it's gonna be I want to it's around 4 days. So she'll pick her up. It's Sunday around noon. Usually it's like 12, 1 o'clock, and then I'll pick her up Wednesday around the same time.
Okay, so let's talk about child support in the scenario that the judge grants a standard possession order
Yeah.
with you paying child support. Let's just talk about the money for a second. Um, Sir, are you currently working?
Yes.
Okay, and do you have any other children besides the child in this case?
I don't know.
Okay, what do you do for a living?
I'm a store manager for PLS check cashers.
Okay, and sir, is it true that before taxes, your gross monthly income is $3,436?
I want to say around there, yeah, pre-tax.
Pre-tax, yeah, pre-tax. As such, the state has calculated child support at $566. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any other form of income?
No, not right now, no.
Okay. Um, do you have anything else you would like to add?
Not at this time, no.
Okay. I pass the witness and I'm just going to ask the mom about what she thinks about
Yeah.
the proposed child support.
Um,
Um,
okay, go ahead.
may I?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Ma'am, the state has calculated child support if the judge orders it at $566. Would you be in agreement to that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I pass this witness in the state rest.
Okay. All right. Let me ask you the same question, I guess, so I know where I need to go. Mr. Lopez, are you prepared to hire an attorney to fight for primary custody?
I've been in the talks with one, but I decided just to come on here on my own. I mean, I can't really afford an attorney right now.
Okay. Ms. Ramirez, are you ready to hire an attorney to fight for primary custody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there some reason you have to move to Frisco, Ms. Ramirez?
It's just a better area, and I'm also getting possibly transferred from my job over here as well.
What area do you live in right now?
Irving.
Oh, okay. Y'all live pretty far away anyways. Okay. Um, I'm gonna do a temporary order. And I guess we're in April here. It's not August. Uh, to me, it seems very simple to me, although Irving and Pleasant Grove is pretty far. Um, it sounds like you'll have a great understanding of what you're supposed to do to raise your child together, except for that someone wants to move to Frisco. Um, I mean, it makes sense. I agree with Ms. Ramirez to some degree that week on, week offs would be better once a child goes to school. Probably better than 4 days here, 3 days there. That'd probably be better for the child. But if y'all are living in Frisco and Pleasant Grove, or maybe even Irving and Pleasant Grove, that's pretty long distance because whoever has the child, first of all, y'all gonna have to figure out who's gonna enroll the child in school. I'm assuming that y'all gonna enroll the child in public school, which means y'all gonna be pretty far apart from someone's gonna be far apart from the school.
Yeah.
So if y'all are doing week on, week off, then that's gonna require the person that doesn't live in that area to drive all the way to the other side of town to take the child to school and pick up the child from school. Um, I don't know what other options you have. If there's a school in between that y'all could choose, it's not a public school, maybe that's something y'all could talk about. For now, I don't find a reason for me to do primary custody since y'all are splitting.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to order child support from either one of you. Y'all agreed to dental support from father at $26 a month, and y'all are splitting the health and dental insurance. And then I guess y'all need to decide, I guess, a couple things. Number one, do you really want to go through with a custody dispute? It doesn't sound like it really needs to happen, but if that's what y'all want to do, I guess that's what you can do. I don't know. It seems to me like y'all are very close to figuring this out without having to go pay thousands of dollars to an attorney to do that. But if that's your one you want to do, that's fine. So I'm gonna do a temporary order here. I'm referring your case to district court for y'all to have a custody dispute. Y'all need to get moving on it immediately. The district court will not wait on you for months to do nothing. So if you want to hire an attorney, you need to hire them immediately. Or y'all need to have a discussion about what you want to do because ultimately I'm not trying to do what's best for the parents. I'm trying to do what's best for the child.
Yeah.
And the child is not going to want to get up earlier in the morning and go to a school far away. Uh, Child's not going to want to be in different beds every other night. Um, the child's not going to do well in school in the long term if they're basically going from place to place over and over again. And sometimes people's 50-50 works pretty good. Usually most people live in the same area. I'm not sure. Somebody, I guess, moved away, or I don't know how y'all met or whatever. None of my business, but y'all live pretty far away from each other, opposite ends of Dallas. But most of the time, 50-50s can work if y'all live in the same area. Um, so I don't know what you think is, you have to put aside what you want versus what's best for the child. What's best for the child really is for the child to be with both of you as much as possible. And y'all have been doing that. And because of that, I'm not ordering support because of that, but you're making a decision to do something different. I mean, everybody commutes, so I don't know. That's an option instead of having to move so far away. To me, my personal opinion, which is not my legal opinion, is Frisco is not Dallas. Frisco is like Oklahoma to me, because it's so far away. Um, and so I don't know. Think about what you want to do. I'm like I said, I'm referring to district court, so this is not a final order. But y'all have to get moving on doing something. The attorney general's office is not going to help you with a custody dispute. They'd rather me do a final order today and be done with your case. And they don't want your case to get dismissed and have to start all over again. So if that's what y'all really want, you need to get an attorney immediately so they can file some paperwork to get this started. All right, that'll be the order of the court. Ms. Correa, you have something else?
I do. So is the court declining to designate a parent to designate the primary address? Are we just leaving it JMC with no designation?
Yeah, joint managing with no primary because neither one of them are primary right now.
Okay.
Okay,
All
all right,
right.
then they will draft an order as to that part, and then y'all need to take over and being actively involved with your court case. All right, y'all are excused for court for today. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Thank you.